Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that everyone has an opinion about. But not everyone really understands: gender differences in relationships. How different are men and women when it comes to love, emotions, and communication? Are those differences just stereotypes, or is there real science behind them? Now, we've all heard the classic "men are from Mars, women are from Venus" trope. But is that really true? And if so, what does that mean for our relationships? The surprising truth is that gender differences are real, but they may not be as drastic as we've been led to believe. Let us dig into the facts and uncover what's really going on in relationships between men and women. Emotional communication. Are men really less emotional? Let's start with something we've all heard. Men are less emotional than women. But is that true? Is it really that simple? Let's break it down. Research actually shows that men and women express their emotions differently. But that doesn't mean men don't feel deeply. Men are often socialized to hide vulnerability and emotional expression, especially in public. So, the real issue isn't that men don't feel, it's that they often feel pressure not to show it. Women, on the other hand, are encouraged to be open about their feelings, which is why they tend to express emotions more openly. It's not about having fewer feelings, it's about how we communicate those feelings. The science of attraction. How are men and women different? Next up, let's talk about attraction. It's often said that men are more visually driven, and that women value emotional connection more. How true is that? Well, there's actually scientific research that shows some truth to this. Studies have found that men are more likely to be attracted to physical appearance, and this is rooted in evolutionary biology. Men's brains are wired to seek physical cues of health and fertility, which often leads them to focus on appearance more. Women, on the other hand, tend to look for emotional stability, intelligence, and a sense of humor. Research shows that women tend to evaluate a partner's character more deeply, seeking someone who provides security and emotional connection. But here's the surprising twist. Attraction is not just about biology or experiences. Environments and even cultural influences shape how we perceive attraction. So, while these patterns exist, they're not set in stone. Now, let's talk about something every couple faces: conflict. Does the gender gap play a role in how we argue and resolve issues? It turns out, men and women approach conflict differently. In many relationships, men tend to be more solution-oriented. They want to solve the problem quickly and move on, which sometimes makes them less comfortable with emotionally charged conversations. Women, on the other hand, tend to focus more on the emotional aspects of the conflict. They want to discuss feelings, understand each other's emotions, and get closure. This difference in approach can lead to frustration because men might feel like women are over-analyzing the situation, while women might feel like men are avoiding the emotional depth of the issue. Intimacy and connection. How men and women connect differently. Let's move on to one of the most talked about topics in relationships: intimacy. The common idea is that women are more emotionally connected before getting physical, and men are more focused on the physical aspect first. But is it true? Studies suggest that both men and women value emotional connection before physical intimacy, but they often express that need differently. Women may need more verbal affirmation and emotional bonding before feeling comfortable being physically intimate. Men also value emotional intimacy, but they often express it through actions, such as providing, protecting, or showing affection in ways that aren't always verbally communicated. The real truth about gender differences. It's not about opposites attract, so let's sum it up. Are men and women really from different planets? Well, the truth is a bit more nuanced than that. The biggest misconception about gender differences is that men and women are polar opposites. The reality is that we all have a mix of traits that are often shared across genders, like the desire for emotional connection, the need for love, and the pursuit of happiness. While some biological differences exist, society, culture, and individual experiences shape how we express ourselves in relationships. What's more important than gender differences is how we communicate, compromise, and love each other. Key takeaways: how to bridge the gap in relationships. So what can we do with all of this information? How do we bridge the gap between the way men and women relate to each other? Here are a few tips. Listen actively. Both partners need to feel heard. Whether it's about solving problems or understanding feelings, listening is key. Embrace differences. Instead of viewing differences as barriers, see them as opportunities to grow together. Be patient. Gender differences are real, but they don't need to create division. With understanding and patience, relationships can thrive despite our differences. So, there you have it. The surprising truth about gender differences in relationships. Remember, whether you're a man, woman, or non-binary, we all bring our unique qualities to a relationship. The real magic happens when we understand and appreciate those differences. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think gender differences affect your relationships? Let me know your experiences. See you in the next video.